alaikum. With Allah's name, most gracious, most merciful, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, the compassionate. We witness that there is none deserved to be worshipped except Allah alone. And we witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his last messenger. Dear believers, this is very unexpected, but I'm grateful to be here among the believers. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciated yesterday and the comments yesterday evening. It was very encouraging, touching, and I must admit that I shared some tears as well. We're very blessed, and I'm grateful to be a part of this ummah, this community. The believers have been so welcoming, and I'm just very, very encouraged. I want to just express my deep appreciation for seeing some of the young men and young women, believers, who have participated in the various workshops and how encouraging they are. And to know that we have young people that are holding on to the vision and they're continuing this freedom movement. And we're very grateful. So I want to express my appreciation to Deen Mohammed II and all of the workers, the planners who have made this evening or this weekend possible. We're very grateful to all of you. May Allah bless you and continue to reward you, to continue to benefit from the leadership of Imam Deen Mohammed. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Takbir. Thank you. This is the Imam Alfred, and of course he can introduce himself. Everybody, he's well known.
To my creditors and others, Assalamu alaikum. With Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, Redeemer. The praise is due to Allah alone, to our leader, Imam Deen Mohammed, to you honorable and noble people, noble and honorable leaders. I'm honored for you to be in your presence. I'm honored, as I heard a preacher one time say, he says, good to be here. He said, well, when you get my age, it's good to be anywhere. So I am thankful to Allah to be among the finest people on the face of the planet Earth. That is, the Muslim African Americans. And I'm honored to be among one of those people that survived 400 years of the worst treatment. It's an anniversary. That's 400 years and about 8 days that we arrived on the most horrendous treatment known to man. And yet our ancestors prayed, Lord, will the circle be unbroken? They didn't know, but they had belief. And that belief has culminated to the fact that I had one of my Sunday school teachers to ask me, I was back home for a funeral. I had been a young childhood preacher, and she had heard that I probably had left the church. And I said, yes, Miss Penn, I'm no longer in the church. She said, Alfred, do you believe in God? I said, no, I don't believe in God. I know in God. And when we see what has gone on in this community in the past 10 years, and what went on before, the words of Imam Muhammad is not abstract to me anymore. He said that, don't worry about this community after I'm gone. He said, Allah will take care of this community just like he took care of it after the Honorable Muhammad passed. Allah will show you the leader. So I had about 3 months after the passing of Imam Muhammad, I looked around, there were a lot of candidates. Several of them. Some of them are gone off the planet. But today we look and we see that we have a vibrant leader. And I have to share this because this is a part, in case you're not going to be at the public address. May the 31st, 2008, at the Memorial Day weekend, when Imam would gather his people to talk about how we were to get into the material life He was asked this question. A sister, he said, that now, it always has to be a sister to ask this question. What's going to happen to this community? No, what will happen to this action? I think we're talking to group 5. He said, what will happen to the community? Oh, no, what will happen after you're gone? He said, you're going to get a young man just like me. Now, I know all the young leaders in this community. In fact, I know all the leaders among our people. I even pride myself by the grace of Allah and the mercy of His mercy to know the leaders all around the world. And I'm speaking with absolute scientific observation that we have the best leader on earth right now. And you are seeing his evolution. So I said to those who said, why aren't we in Detroit? Why isn't Detroit here? I want to stir your breakfast up, but I just got to say that. Because this is the growingest movement on earth. The Republican Party is in shambles, the Democratic Party is in shambles, although I hold membership in the Democratic Party, and I'm an elected official, I can say that. I would tell them that. And I have told them that. We are not in shambles. We are growing and growing, and more support is growing for this leadership. Talk this leadership up. Don't talk it down. Tell the people. See, what we have done, Imam Mohammed said there's a particular ethnic group. They're no smarter than we are. Okay, thank you. Sandman is getting me, but I'm closing out. There's nobody smarter. Well, this particular group is not smart, but they broadcast our leaders. They're quick to tell you they're leaders. And that's what this convention is to be, to point out leaders. That's what you see me walking around and you'll see me hanging with my friends. I make sure I don't hang with my friends. I want to meet all of you all, find out where you're from. And I was trained by that. I didn't get this by accident. A man that's now passed on, Imam Yusuf Shah, said, mingle with the people. Brother, where are you from? I've been doing that from the Savior's Day. And that's why I know millions of you. And I know you are the best people on the face of the planet Earth. There are a few shot callers, a few hypocrites, and I know how to deal with them too. And I tell you something, I got a big burly son and several other sons. He has a whole crew of sons. But we don't need them. The love that we have, well, we will use them if we have to. Now, don't think we won't. But we have love in our heart for each and every one of you. We have love in our heart for even those of us who don't love us. Because we know that Allah has put it in our hearts to love our people. And the best of your people is your leader. Allah put him out front as the head come out of the baby. So don't confuse people. There ain't no different conventions. There's no different movement. There's one movement. It's a movement to obey God, and we cannot stop, and we won't stop. And we cannot be stopped. Thank you.
Takbir. 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 Thank you, Imam Alfred. We have Imam Abdul Kareem Mohammed. He's one of the co-chairs of the committee. Imam Alfred is the co-chair of the committee, and Sister Irene is a co-chair of the convention committee. And then how does everybody like the convention? This is great. This convention is great. We're having this panel discussion, and it's centered around the theme of the commission: the highest purpose for human life and existence is community life. So we want each panelist for about 10 minutes just expound upon the theme, but incorporate your contributions and things that you're doing and things that you would like to see with that. Then, of course, the president of the Mosque Ministry of Imam Deen Mohammed, that's Imam Warf Deen Mohammed II. He'll make some closing remarks, and then the breakfast will be over. And then we head towards the rest of the convention. Okay. We will start with Sister Irene.
Assalamu alaikum. Rahman Rahim. I greet you, brothers and sisters, this morning. Again, in the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum. I'm indeed happy to be here this morning. I don't think I've missed the convention. I don't think so, but it's always a joy to be in a room with believers, with Muslims. And at the convention, you're walking around all day saying, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum. You know, I watch others say Assalamu alaikum to each other, so I can just feel that joy that they're feeling from meeting each other. This morning, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Hajj, and we'll be asking you to share some of your experiences at Hajj. 1 minute, maximum 2. I'm known in New Orleans as a timekeeper. I didn't bring my little clock, but you know, I know everybody has one in their head, so they'll be able to do it. I'd like to first just tell you a little bit about what Hajj meant for me, and I'm going to keep it short. As I've told some of you all, I grew up in the early 40s, or 41 as a matter of fact. I don't mean to tell my age, but that is it. And there was just no light. I knew nothing about Islam, Muslim, or any of that. And on the plantation, it was about 6 of my uncles and my grandfather, and they went on strike, and I'm going to make it quick. And of course, the plantation owners didn't like that. Sort of like in the Beta, same situation. So the union organizers got word that the life of the men were in danger. Well, I thought the life of the men were in danger, but it was actually the families' life were in danger, because we found out, I found out many, many years later that the way they were going to be killed was to poison the water. And so we had these big symptoms and things that we held the water in. So we all would have drank it, and nobody would have been punished, because how could you punish them when they issue out punishment? There was no issue to themselves. So the one thing I remember when I first walked into Al Haram and saw the Kaaba was Allah invited me here from my humble beginnings on this plantation, and at 12 years old, having to flee our family, not being able to go back for many, many years, and here I am. It was unbelievable that light had came to my mind through that situation that we were in. So I was grateful then, I am forever grateful. I cannot thank Allah enough for blessing me to not only survive that, my whole family, but to meet my wonderful husband. Not during that time. Sweetheart, you can stand up. We have this month, August 23rd, we were married 61 years. August 23rd, that's a blessed day. August the 23rd, I did not. Okay. All right. Well, look, see that. More blessings come. We have 7 children, about 31 grandchildren. I know we're talking about Hajj, but, you know, we said about our experience. I am so happy of our life together and how things are going. I'm not going to say it's been easy all these 61 years, but we've struggled. The best thing that happened to us was to join the Nation of Islam. It was the best thing, because we were on our way to get this college education and, you know, get the house and the car and no dog, you know. But that was our track at that time. And so, but I'm not going to talk anymore about that. What I'd like to ask, if anyone would like to share their Hajj experience in 1 to 2 minutes. Anybody here made Hajj this year? Yes, Okay, all right. We had one brother to make Hajj this year from our New Orleans community, and you would have thought it was the whole community, all of us at the airport, everybody just watching us. We just didn't have the band, some kind of way we didn't connect with the band. You know, we like the second line in New Orleans. Anybody been to New Orleans? You gotta come back. Okay, Sister Aisha, you wanted to share.
When you start over again, Sister Aisha, Mohammed my husband do Hajj we made Hajj blessing 2006 and 2007. Just imagine that New Year's had come and gone, and we wasn't even aware of it. So we had an opportunity. There were 2 Hajj in 2007, and then we made a decision, and when Allah invited us, that we were going to go to Hajj, and like most people said, where can we get the money from? And I know people may think that money but have a job. So I was like, where do we get the money from? Where do we get the money from? When I tell you, to this day, I don't know how we paid for Hajj, but Allah knows. Allah made it possible for us to do everything. When I tell you stuff that's about falling in place, and you know that was meant to you for us to fall in place. When we got there, and we first walked into the masjid, to the haram, and my husband said, don't look. Because they said, don't look because whatever prayer you want, make that prayer for you at that time. And we just started crying and just saying, we walked in the footsteps of the prophet, and that was such an experience. It's just unbelievable. When you go to Hajj, things are not the same anymore for you. You know, you come back with a different spirit, a different attitude, and every time I watch them go to Hajj, it's just such a blessing. So if Allah calls you and you put on your heart to do it, just say, Allah, you know this, and you're going to work this out. I don't have that money, but when I tell you it will work out for you, it will. It's an experience, like I said, it was a lifetime experience of a lifetime. So I just wanted to say that Hajj was great. All right.
Excellent job. An excellent job that you're doing. Yes. We're got the program. We have to move on from that particular portion, but in order to include it, how many of you have made Hajj this year? And people don't realize that this convention is supposed to be like Arafat, in the sense that we all come together and share our experiences. And so when we have the Hajj workshop, it's really intended for all of you who made Hajj, who want to make Hajj, or who want to learn about Hajj, so it's an annual coming together of all of us who want to be involved in the Hajj, making it, intend to make it, and also to learn about it. So that's what this convention is about. And Sister Irene, she handles that Hajj convention. So.
Okay, I just want to add as the last statement, my husband made Hajj in 1982. I think it was 82. So he brought me back in 2003. However, we were scheduled to go in 2001. And as most of you all remember, it was sort of interrupted because of 9/11. And so we ended up, Imam Mohammed was going to take one of the largest groups ever from this community. And instead of 2002, even 2000, we had to postpone 2001, so he said, let's go in 2003. So it was just such an honor to go with the community at that time, because a lot of people were scared to go across the waters, you know. It was some tension for us as Muslims in the community, and especially as women. So I thank Allah that He gave us the courage and the leadership to make that journey. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. That was way high. I think it was 500 of us, and then they said it might have been another 500 coming out of Los Angeles. So it was almost 1,000 people that came from America, and they all of us said that we came from America. And they thought all the Muslims in America was African American.